The Premier David Bartlett's reflected on a turbulent political year in Tasmania that's made national headlines. The Labor Party hung on to power at the March state election by making a deal with the Tasmanian Greens. Mr Bartlett believes the Labor-Green alliance will be the model for future minority governments.
It's been a turbulent political year that's made national headlines. The Tasmanian election delivered a hung parliament, and voters were forced to wait 3 weeks to find out who'd be running the state. For the Premier, forming a minority government with the Greens was his biggest challenge of 2010.
I think the alternative would have been political chaos and parliamentary chaos, and that'd be good for no one.
But will the partnership last?
It had better work, because with Tasmania, I think, facing hung parliaments and minority governments for the next decade or two as a regular part of our political landscape, we must find ways to make this work.
The deal has seen the Greens make Australian history, holding a government ministry for the first time. David Bartlett says having 2 Greens MPs in Cabinet isn't hampering the government's ability to get things done. Greens leader Nick McKim stood with the Premier in October when a deal paving the way to end most native forest logging in the state was signed.
We need to do everything possible to help them succeed. That won't be easy, but I'm certain that whatever happens, it won't bring the government down.
Concerns over the economy won't make it an easy ride, but the Premier's adamant Tasmania's not heading for recession.
Absolutely not. Anyone who has used the recession word, in my view, or heading towards it, is deliberately trying to talk the economy down.
He does acknowledge a number of families, especially those in the forestry sector, are hurting.
I recognise that there are job security issues for many Tasmanians, and I recognise that there have been job losses for many Tasmanians.
But the Premier is confident his job is safe.
I'm loving the job more this year, I suppose, at this time this year, than perhaps I was this time last year.
Mr Bartlett says he thrives on the challenges associated with captaining a minority government. Brad Markham, ABC News.